The Dallas Cowboys had 4-1 wrapped up. Then they gave it up. Then they got it back. Do we expect anything different from this team? Ever? The Cowboys finished off the Houston Texans in overtime 20-17, a game they most certainly should have won in regulation. And in blowing a late lead, the Cowboys will be dissected as a fool's gold contender, and probably for good reason. But do we overlook a mostly strong performance, the Cowboys' fourth victory in a row, in lieu of a terrible final few minutes? Dez Bryant's incredible 37-yard catch was the hammer blow to save Tony Romo's bacon. Bryant ran a stop-and-go route and got open, but Romo's pass was underthrown. Bryant reached over Texans cornerback Johnathan Joseph's head, bobbled the ball, and somehow came down with a catch that easily could be nominated for the play of the NFL season to this point. 3 plays later, Dan Bailey kicked a 49-yard field goal to win it. But it never should have gotten to that point. The Cowboys led by 10 with just under 5 minutes left and had the Texans down to a 4th down. A wheel route to Arian Foster on 4th and 2 gained 14 yards, and 4 plays later the Texans cut it to a 7-point lead with 2:31 left. On the Cowboys' ensuing drive, they should have put the game on ice. Romo was called for delay of game in an intentional grounding, forcing Cowboys punter Chris Jones to kick from his own end zone. The Cowboys were unable to get the clock underneath the 2-minute warning, with the Texans only using 2 of their 3 timeouts. Simply inexcusable. The Texans returned the punt 14 yards, and then hit on gains of 20 on a screen to Andre Johnson and 19 on a sideline pass to DeAndre Hopkins to set up an overtime forcing Foster touchdown run. This had the feel of a classic Cowboys choke job. As if Romo would have a better chance of blowing it in regulation with 36 seconds left, as he would to win it. But this wasn't on Romo. He mostly played brilliantly, save for a terrible red zone interception earlier in the game, and he connected on 16, 14 and 8 yards on 4 passes to set up a Bailey 53-yarder to win it in regulation. It missed wide left. The Texans had the ball first and punted, and Romo, DeMarco Murray, 31 rushes, 136 yards, 6 catches, 56 yards, no rest in sight, and Bryant took over. This time, Bailey didn't miss. His 49-yarder on 3rd and 9, interestingly won it. The Cowboys still don't instill a ton of confidence, and the 2008 team also started out 4-1 but missed the postseason. But there is something really interesting going on here. A dominant offensive line, J.J. Watt was kept in check. Murray, Bryant, Romo and a game defense give them a chance every week. Of course, Jason Garrett and Romo also give them a chance to lose games, too, as could Murray if his fumbling problems are back. He had one at the Texans' 10-yard line, his 3rd of the season, or if his Herculean workload comes back to bite the team in the tail. Still, no one could have seen this team at this point right now. It's stunning and fascinating to watch.